Hi, I'm Josie from Josi'sbeautyverse. Today I want to show you how to achieve natural looking eyebrows. This tutorial is especially good for anybody who doesn't have much eyebrow hair, or if you just want to learn how to shape and fill in your eyebrows and get a really natural look that will last all day. So if you're interested in that, then keep watching. Okay, I'm going to bring you in nice and close so you can really see what I'm doing with my brows. Before we get started, I'm going to show you the products that I will use today. So very simple. I have an eyeshadow right here. Oak is the color. And then I have the brow wax right here. And then I'm going to be using the line brush from Seint. So it has an angled brush on one end and a spoolie on the other. I will also be using some stay spray. So before I do anything, when I'm going to put on my makeup, I spray on some stay spray, either spray it directly on my face or on my perfector sponge, and then I dab it all over. So I've already done that. Let's move on. Okay, so I'm going to be just dipping into this eyeshadow. Just kind of dip in a little bit, get some on the brush, and then I tap it to get any excess off. And then I'm gonna start by filling in the tails of my brows. That is the really only place where I have some eyebrow hair to help guide me. So that's where I'm gonna start. So let me get kind of up in here. And I'm trying to make the arch down into the tail. And then whenever I need a little more product, I'll just tap in and tap off the excess. Okay, there we go, defined that tail right there. Then I'll come over to the other side and I'm gonna try to match them. My eyebrows are not really symmetrical, but since I don't have much hair there, I can kind of adjust them a little bit to make them more symmetrical. So doing the same thing, gonna fill in that tail part of the eyebrow and the arch. So this is kind of like where the arch will end. Okay, now that that is done, I'm going to go back to the middle of the brows. So to figure out where your brows should come into, you're gonna go a straight line up from the edge of your nose like this. You could even make a little mark if you want to help you, but basically your brows should come in about that far. So what I'm gonna do is take my angled brush here and kind of lightly start drawing in a line from that point here up toward that arch that I made. Now, it doesn't really matter if you make a mistake and go up a little too high because you're going to be filling it in anyway. So just kind of make that line to define where the bottom will be. And then I'm also going to work on where the top of my brow will be. I have barely any shadow left on my brush, and that's okay. Just kind of making a general guide. And now I'll go do the same thing on the other side. So come into where it will end up in the middle, up to the arch. And then where I want the top of my brow to go and make that meet up with the arch as well. So now you can see I have some kind of outlines there. They don't quite match. So now I'm gonna try to adjust them a little bit. I like this one better. So I'm gonna try to make this one match the other. The beauty of using an eyeshadow is if you need to make an adjustment, you can just grab your Q-tip and rub that part of it off and fix it. Okay, now that I have my general outline, I want to go ahead and fill in the brows. So I'm still just using that oak eyeshadow. Same thing, I'm tapping it into the shadow, tapping off the extra powder. And now I'm gonna fill in. Since I have very little eyebrow hair, I fill them in pretty much completely. If you have more hair, you may just want to fill in really lightly and add in some little hair-like strokes. And then if you have any spots that are more patchy, that's where you can add a little bit more. Now for me, I'm kind of adding more everywhere. If you kind of flick the brush upward in the middle, it will kind of mimic hair right there. And then I turn my brush and follow my eyebrow from there. So flicking up. And then turning and following the curve. Okay, and then you just do this until you have as much product on there as you were looking to have. Okay, at this point I like to do another little cleanup with the Q-tip if I need to. So you can see this eyebrow is a little lower than this one, so I'm just gonna take the Q-tip and kind of match up that bottom corner here. You can achieve this with your makeup, your foundation as well. I like to just take care of it with the Q-tip. Okay, so now you could totally stop right here. Eyeshadow, now I have eyebrows, done. But I like to go ahead and use the brow wax. So that's the brow wax, well loved there. And then I'm going to use the spoolie end of my line brush right here and a little bit of stay spray or setting spray. So I'm gonna put just the tiniest bit right in the wax. Can you see that? Just like a few drops. And then swirl that spoolie around inside to get some wax on the bristles. And I wanna make sure I don't just have stay spray, that I actually do have wax on my brush. Okay, and then I'm going to take that brush through my eyebrows, starting here and in an upward motion. And it grabs the hair that I do have and puts them in place. A little bit more. Here we go. Grabs the hair that I have, puts them where I want them. And it kind of like deepens the color a little bit. It's hard to see in the camera, but it kind of makes the eyeshadow grab onto the light colored hair that I have there. and I feel like it looks more realistic. Now I do have a little spot there that I can fill in just a moment, but I'm gonna now do the other side, brushing upward. It's easier to see on this side because I have more hair. It's taking that eyebrow hair up, and then I go out. And I always like to kind of comb this straight over. Okay, then if I need to fill in anywhere, I can do that right over the brow wax. So I've got a little spot right there. Need some more love. You can just put it right on over the top if you need to. If you choose to put product on after the brow wax, you're gonna see a more dramatic effect as well, which is really nice. And you're done. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and I'll come back and show you the finished look. Okay, now I've finished the rest of my makeup, so here are the brows with the rest of my makeup done. Nice and close so you can see. And even with my glasses on, the brows are still rocking. All right, if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe if you want more videos on makeup. Thank you so much for watching.